What if I told you the plants you've been paying to kill are worth more than anything you're growing on purpose? One of these is sold in health food stores as a fiber supplement. Another has fed people around the world for generations. Americans are only just catching up. And the one I've saved for last has more omega-3 than almost any plant on Earth. 7 of them, starting with the one you'd never guess. Number 7. Wild violet. Small, heart-shaped leaves, purple or white flowers tucked low in the grass every spring. Most people mow right over it or feel a little guilty pulling something this pretty. You don't need to feel bad about pulling it, just about throwing it away. Violet leaves and flowers are both edible and gram for gram. The leaves carry a meaningful amount of vitamin C, more than you'd expect from something growing wild in your lawn. Specialty grocers charge $10 or more for a small container of edible flowers. Your yard is producing them for free every spring without you lifting a finger. The flowers taste mild and faintly floral, perfect scattered over a salad or frozen into ice cubes for a summer drink. The leaves cook like spinach. Look for 5-petaled purple or white flowers above heart-shaped leaves. Nothing else in your yard matches both. Violet gets pulled because it stands out. Not everything on this list does. Number 6. Clover. Those little round pink and purple flower heads bobbing in your lawn all summer. 3 oval leaflets, not heart-shaped ones. That's the difference between clover and the lookalikes sharing your lawn. Bees love it. Most people spray it anyway because lawn culture decided decades ago that a lawn should be one kind of grass and nothing else. That decision cost more than people realize. Clover pulls nitrogen from the air and deposits it into your soil, feeding your yard for free while you're trying to get rid of it. It's also edible. The flowers and young leaves work in a mild tea or scattered raw over a salad. Up through the 1950s, grass seed mixes came with clover on purpose, a sign of a healthy lawn. Then selective herbicides that killed clover but spared grass came along, and the marketing followed the chemistry, not the plant. A bag of nitrogen fertilizer runs $20 to $30 at the garden center. This one's doing the same job for free all winter, while everything else in your yard is dormant. Most plants wait for spring. This one already clocked in. Number 5. Chickweed. Low, spreading, tiny white star-shaped flowers. The first green thing in your garden every year, weeks before you've even planned what to plant. A single line of fine hairs runs down one side of the stem only. The easiest way to confirm it's chickweed and not a look-alike. Foragers in cold climate countries have leaned on this plant as an early spring green for centuries. Chickweed brings protein for a leafy green, plus vitamin C and other nutrients your body could use most when fresh greens are scarce. People have crushed the leaves onto minor skin irritation as an old remedy passed down through generations. It's mild, a little grassy, good raw in a salad, or blended into a smoothie where the flavor disappears entirely. A bag of baby spinach runs $4 or $5 in winter. Chickweed does the same job for nothing. It won't stick around long though. Once the weather warms, it goes to seed and toughens fast. Chickweed asks nothing of you to harvest it. There's no trick to it, just pick and eat. Here's a quick favor before we keep going. If this is helping you out, do me a kindness and tap that subscribe button down there. I share practical, put food on the table garden stuff every single week. Number 4, stinging nettle. You already know this one introduces itself. Square stems, deeply toothed leaves. Brush against it and you'll feel it for a few uncomfortable minutes. That's why most people give it plenty of space. The sting doesn't survive the kitchen though. 30 seconds in boiling water and it's neutralized completely. What's left is one of the denser greens around iron, calcium, and potassium, minerals many of us fall short on. Nettle tea has been a daily habit across parts of Europe for generations, sold plainly, next to chamomile. A box of nettle tea bags runs $5 to $7 at the grocery store. The same plant is likely growing wild within walking distance of your front door. Wear gloves when you harvest. Blanch it, then treat it exactly like cooked spinach, sautéed with garlic, stirred into soup. Dry the leaves for tea any time of year. Nettle makes you earn it before you can eat it. A little sting is a small price for what's underneath. Number 3, plantain, not the banana. This is broadleaf plantain, flat, ground-hugging, with thick parallel veins running down each leaf. Native communities called it white man's footprint because it seemed to spring up everywhere settlers walked. People have pressed the crushed leaves on cuts and stings for generations, a habit older than modern medicine. What's easier to verify is how tough it is. It thrives in compacted, high-traffic soil where almost nothing else survives. If a spot in your yard gets walked on constantly and nothing else grows there, plantain probably already has. Young leaves taste mild, a little bitter. Sauté or steam them the way you'd cook spinach. The seed spikes carry a soft fiber sold in supplement form at the pharmacy. Plantains grow in the same thing for free at the edge of your driveway. Plantain survives being walked on day after day. Being tough was never the point. Being useful is. Number 2, lambsquarters. Tall, upright, diamond-shaped leaves with a dusty, pale coating on the underside. It shows up in almost every vegetable garden in North America, usually growing faster than whatever you planted next to it. It's a wild relative of quinoa. Both were real food crops long before either was sold in a store. Lambsquarters brings calcium, vitamin A, and vitamin C to the table, holding its own cup for cup against spinach, the green you specifically chose and paid for. It tastes almost the same, just milder, and costs nothing. Quinoa runs $6 to $8 a bag at the grocery store for the seeds alone. The leaves of its wild cousin are growing in your garden bed right now, free, and nobody's harvesting them. Like spinach, lambsquarters can pick up nitrates from heavily fertilized soil. So stick to your own garden bed rather than a roadside or field edge. Use it anywhere a recipe calls for spinach. It cooks down the same, it tastes close enough, and it was growing there before you ever bought a seed packet. And now, the last one. The plant that, once you learn to recognize it, you'll never stop noticing. Number 1, purslane. Low, fleshy, reddish stems with small rounded leaves spreading flat across bare dirt, driveway cracks, and garden edges. It's easy to dismiss. Most people pull it without a second glance. Purslane holds more omega-3 than any leafy green ever measured, 5 to 7 times more than spinach, and it's one of the few land plants that carries even a trace of the omega-3 usually found only in fish. This isn't a fringe idea either. It's been regular food across the Middle East, parts of Europe and Latin America for generations, sold fresh in markets the way we'd sell lettuce. You've probably paid for that same nutrient without realizing it. Fish oil runs real money every single month at the pharmacy. Purslane's growing in your driveway crack for free and has been all season. The flavor is mild, a little lemony, good raw in a salad, or stirred in at the last minute so heat doesn't break it down. Purslane has a look-alike called spurge, and spurge isn't something you want on your plate. The test is simple. Break the stem. Purslane runs clean. Spurge leaks a milky white sap. See sap? Walk away. No sap, you're good. That one test works for spurge. But the rule behind it applies to everything on this list. Don't eat anything from your yard you can't identify with complete certainty. When in doubt, a good field guide beats a guess. 7 plants. wild violet clover, chickweed, stinging nettle, plantain, lambsquarters, and purslane. All of them growing in yards like yours right now for free without being planted, watered, or bought. This week, before you pull a single one, take a minute and look. You might be standing next to something worth more than you think. Take care of what you grow. It will take care of you. I'm Elias Ford. See you in the next one.